Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into the latest twists and turns from the bold and the beautiful. If you thought last week was intense, wait until you hear what's coming next. From emotional meltdowns to fiery confrontations, this week promises to deliver drama like never before. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's break it all down piece by piece. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single detail. Walton, the man on the brink of collapse. Let's kick things off with Walton, a man who is walking a razor-thin line between composure and complete emotional breakdown. For weeks now, Carter has been caught in a whirlwind of manipulation, deceit, and betrayal. The pressure cooker that is Forrester Creations has been steadily building up around him, with Daphne Rose and Ridge Forrester playing tug-of-war with his emotions. And now? It seems like Carter is finally reaching his breaking point. Imagine this, after weeks of trying to juggle his personal turmoil with his professional responsibilities, Carter finds himself at a crossroads. The betrayal of Hope Logan weighs heavily on him, not just because of what it means for their relationship, but because it represents a failure of his own moral compass. Hope has always been a symbol of trust and integrity in Carter's life, and betraying her feels like a betrayal of himself. But here's where things get really juicy. Carter's reaction could go in one of two directions, each more dramatic than the last. On one hand, we could see him crumble under the weight of his guilt. Picture this, Carter standing in the middle of the Forrester Creations office, surrounded by stunned colleagues as he breaks down in tears. He might apologize profusely to Hope, Daphne, Ridge, anyone who will listen, as he admits to feeling like he's failed everyone around him. This raw moment of vulnerability would be heartbreaking to watch, but also deeply humanizing for a character who often tries to keep it all together. On the other hand, what if Carter doesn't break down but instead lashes out? What if he channels all that pent-up frustration into an explosive confrontation? Imagine him storming into a meeting with Daphne and Ridge and finally putting his foot down. Enough, he might shout, slamming his hand on the table as everyone looks on in shock. In this scenario, Carter could take control of the situation by firing Daphne and Ridge, or at least threatening to do so. This bold move would send shockwaves through Forrester Creations and mark a turning point for Carter as he reclaims his power. But that's not all, there's another layer to consider here. If Carter does take a stand, what kind of leader will he become? Will he rise above the chaos and lead with integrity? Or will he let his anger consume him, turning him into a tyrant who rules with an iron fist? Either way, one thing is clear, Carter's journey is far from over. Stephy Forrester, a woman scorned. Next up is Stephy Forrester, a character who has never been one to shy away from confrontation. Over the past few months, Stephy has found herself at the center of nearly every major conflict on the show. But this time it's personal. The source of her fury is none other than Bill Spencer, whose decision to release Luna Nozawa from prison has left Stephy seeing red. To Stephy, Bill's actions are not just reckless, they're downright dangerous. By prioritizing Luna over the safety of everyone else, Bill has crossed a line that Stephy simply cannot ignore. Now picture this, Stephy storms into Bill's office, her eyes blazing with anger as she confronts him head-on. "How could you do this?" she demands, her voice trembling with rage. "Do you even care about anyone but yourself?" Bill tries to explain his reasoning. Perhaps he believes Luna deserves a second chance, or that there's more to her story than meets the eye, but Stephy isn't having it. Her accusations cut deep as she accuses him of putting everyone she loves in harm's way. What makes this confrontation so compelling is the history between these two characters. Bill and Stephy have clashed before, but this time feels different. This time there's no room for misunderstanding or compromise, only raw emotion and unfiltered truth. Watching these two titans go head-to-head promises to be one of the most explosive moments of the season. But here's where things get even more interesting. How will Bill respond? Will he stand his ground and defend his actions? Or will Stephy's words force him to reconsider his choices? Either way, this confrontation will undoubtedly have ripple effects that extend far beyond these two characters. Hope Logan versus Daphne Rose, the rivalry that keeps on giving. Meanwhile, back at Forrester Creations, another battle is brewing, this time between Hope Logan and Daphne Rose. Unlike Stephy and Bill's fiery showdown, however, this rivalry is marked by subtle digs and playful banter that keep everyone around them on edge. Picture this scene. Hope and Daphne are working on a project together when tensions suddenly boil over. Are you sure that's the best design choice? Daphne asks with a sly smile, her tone dripping with sarcasm. Hope narrows her eyes but keeps her composure as she responds with an equally cutting remark. Their exchange escalates until it feels like the entire room is holding its breath. Enter Carter Walton once again, because let's face it, no storyline at Forrester Creations would be complete without him getting caught in the middle. Imagine Carter walking into the room just as Hope and Daphne are trading barbs. His reaction could range from shock to amusement or perhaps even exasperation as he tries and fails to mediate between them. But don't let their playful rivalry fool you. There's real tension brewing beneath the surface here. Both Hope and Daphne are fiercely ambitious women who are determined to prove themselves within the company. As their competition intensifies, it's only a matter of time before things come to a head in a way that no one sees coming. The bigger picture, what does it all mean? So what does all of this mean for the bold and the beautiful moving forward? At its core, this week's drama highlights some key themes that have always been central to the show: loyalty versus betrayal, ambition versus integrity, and love versus power. Carter Walton's emotional journey serves as a reminder that even the strongest among us can struggle under pressure, and that sometimes breaking down is necessary before we can rebuild ourselves stronger than ever before. Stephy Forrester's fiery confrontation with Bill Spencer underscores the importance of standing up for what you believe in, even when it means going up against someone more powerful than you. And finally, Hope Logan and Daphne Rose's rivalry shows us that competition can bring out both the best and worst in people, and that sometimes our greatest challenges come from those we least expect. As always with the bold and the beautiful, nothing is ever black and white, and that's what makes it so compelling to watch week after week. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, and let's be honest, how could you not? Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think will happen next? Let me know, I love hearing your theories. See you next time.